Like I've been saying from day one, it's a RICO Act. It's a Ponzi scheme. You have people out there that are deliberately trying to corral you into the judicial system to keep feeding the beast. And they are very deceptive and very well educated on how to deceive you. Anybody with half a brain could study the Constitution for a week and get an overall census that none of it works, even when it's applied. Even when you go to a court and try to assert your rights, they'll shut your ass down. They'll fucking stack so many charges against you, it will make it impossible for you to see the light from the bottom of the fucking endless pit they stuck you in. I've had my family attacked and retaliated against for speaking out. I've had fake fucking charges brought up against family members. And you know what's funny? It was all orchestrated by our local public servants. The cops, the teachers, the fucking lawyers, the judges. I guess if I had one message to say, and I know nothing will ever come out fucking truly clearly, like you'll never truly fucking understand my overall message, because there's so much information that puts every little aspect of the puzzle together. But if I were to do one message, everything on the table, and I thought I've been doing it pretty good well so far, but here it is. The whole entire system is systematically systemic. Every fucking part of our daily life, regardless of what country you live in. Well, actually, some countries have done okay stepping away from the evil and actually trying to take care of its people, but nonetheless, America's not one of them. Every aspect of our fucking controlled program life is a lie. Go sit your ass out into the fucking woods for a half a day. And just sit there. Go out in the woods and unplug. And when you come back, tell me what's real and what isn't. I've worked in hospitals, in public school systems. I've worked for judges, privately. I've gotten to know judges and had relationships with them professionally. I come from a law enforcement family. I've worked at hospitals and correction facilities, sheriff's departments. I've worked with police departments and lawyers. The whole fucking system is corrupt. It's designed to keep you enslaved. It's designed to steal your free will. It's designed to pull you into the inner city, locking you into a financial cage. You don't have to do a goddamn motherfucking thing except for wake up, feed your ass, and not be a fucking prick to other people. That's it. Everything else is a fucking distraction, and you need to wake the fuck up now. And I've been telling you for the last 3 years now, stop abusing our seniors and our children. You know, I really thought people would stand up and do something. And I don't mean be violent, but I thought they would stand up and do something. Not one fucking thing was ever done to protect our children. This is all child abuse, physically and psychologically. And what about our elders, our seniors? Are you okay with them being killed off and euthanized? Are you fucking kidding me? You're all fucking selfish, and all you're doing is thinking about your needs right now. That's the wrong fucking answer. What is the answer? Well, I don't know, it's different for everybody. But I'll tell you this. Everything in the universe is balanced. If your scale has been tipped one way or another, if it's been swayed to one side or the other, You need to ground that shit and try to find the balance again in the middle. And this isn't just a metaphor. I'm telling you, get off the fucking alcohol. Stop drinking that satanic spell shit. It's controlling your fucking mind and your emotions. Get off the prescription drugs. Everything you need to detox and heal yourself you can find in medicinal herbs and plants. Get away from the government shit. Get away from the sanctuary stores, the government-sponsored weed, because they're spraying it with all sorts of shit. They're growing it under different frequencies to alter your mind. To subdue your free will and cognitive thinking. Yeah, I've worked in nursing homes too. And I'm sorry I'm kind of all over the place, but this is what I've been trying to tell you guys. It's very hard to get these memories out. So when something comes up, I just start talking. And I talk until I'm done with my memory, what I want to share, and it's all over the place. I'm sorry. But when you relive shit that you've seen and experienced, it's not always pleasant. But yeah, I've worked in nursing homes too, and I've seen a lot of fucking abuse and neglect daily, intentionally, by design. The same with our fucking school systems. Where I work. The same with our fucking jails. The same with our fucking hospitals. All of their fucking codes and policies are abusive and designed to actually fucking hurt people. Wake up, people. Wake up. We can't sustain life this way. Stop fighting for a fake fucking piece of paper, goddammit. The answer is to walk away. Or stand your ground, but regardless, tell these cocksuckers no. Put them in their fucking place. And if they want to get violent, defend. Another point I want to make. Our local school, in the town that I reside in, this is so fucking bullshit. Like, I've called them out the whole way, and it does no good, but they retaliate. They fucking send cops after me and my family. So our school is now, they're already a week into opening. Their first week of school back. I guess too many people are waking up and questioning shit. Because now they've gone to a mandated mask. To, it's optional. It's optional to abuse these children. Remember, everything's based off free will, right? They put the fear of Satan, or God. Remember, everything's flipped. You have to do your research, you'll understand it. They put the fear of God in you. And they are abusing your children. They're stealing their souls. You guys need to fucking pull your kids from school. You don't have to use the public educational system. You can educate your kids however the fuck you see fit. That's your business, nobody else's. And look, we've all been through this. My family went through it. If you're struggling because you have a full-time job, if you're lucky enough to be working right now, and you don't know how to fix this equation with your children being in school and not having a place for them to go or an alternate educational system, take a weekend, get off your ass, stop playing fucking fake soccer mom or dad, and do a little bit of research. There are other options out there. You don't have to put your kids in school, period. You don't. There's no fucking law anywhere that supersedes their fake constitution, other than the Geneva Convention, which doesn't cover education. And again, yeah, maybe I should say that for another time, but I'll tell you what. The world's been paying attention, all of you constitutional auditors, and how you've been deceiving people up and down the west and east coast, buying weed from all these fucking government-sponsored fucking weed stores, driving up and down, promoting fake fucking freedom, all in the name of the Black Robe Judas, right, Freemason boys and girls? And if you don't know what you're doing, then you're operating on fake heroism. You have an ego that was intently instilled in you. In other words, what I'm saying, kids, is somebody along the way told you you'll get an extremely big rush for trying to be a hero with a camera. Although they never explain to you it will cost you thousands of dollars in a fucking attorney fees who are going to steal your money and then get you to plead to a deal because the whole system is systematically systemic. They steal your money.
And kids.
Okay? Doesn't matter how smart you are, how many times you go to court, you have to appeal that shit a million ways from Sunday even to get into federal court. So unless you were born with a silver spoon up your fucking ass, you don't have a goddamn fucking prayer. Even if you know the judges, you don't have a prayer. They want their money.
They want their loosh.
And if you're out there standing by, filming as somebody is being assaulted, kidnapped, raped, or murdered, illegally, and you don't do anything about it, you are a fucking piece of shit and you're trash. And you're gonna be exposed that you're only using your channel to raise money. Because you know what? We all know you fuckers make a lot of fucking money on YouTube.
I was also a private investigator for a period of time. So, I do have experience with the inner workings of our corrupt system. Another thing these fake constitutionalists won't tell you is that your government, especially in America, they legally have the right to control commerce and shut it down. Think about that, folks. How corrupt is this fucking free nation?
Look, if you guys think clearly and go back a little bit in time from when this all started, and even before then, when I was speaking about this, trying to warn you that what is coming is all staged.
And it's here now. It's called modern day colonization, or the NWO New World Order. Be careful who you trust. There are wolves hiding in sheep's clothing out there, trying to deceive you, and they're ready to pounce. What I mean is, you guys aren't paying attention. I don't want to generalize, because there are some independent journalists, some investigative journalists, some auditors, some videographers, some public photography individuals that do a good job exposing corruption, even though the only thing that is changing is the rate that they are kidnapping, extorting, raping, and murdering our kids, and how cameras really aren't saving shit. But what I'm trying to articulate is that the whole system is systematically systemic. The majority of people on the internet trying to sell you freedom under the guise of the First Amendment or the Constitution are lying to you. Most of them have ties to the Klan, the KKK. And if you pay attention to who these individuals are, what they represent, their family heritage, where they come from, and who they associate with in today's fucked up world of Roman codes and policies, then maybe you'll understand. They're gatekeepers. They're trying to fucking trick you. You have no justice in the court. They're just trying to get you to go in for money so the court can get their fucking fees. That's all they care about.
And eating kids.
You can go into court and be the smartest motherfucker in the world and tell them the laws they're violating, and you still lose. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You could even fucking play the judge and the prosecutor out on record and show them where they fucking violated law and how they're ramrodding you and tricking you. It doesn't matter. They will do whatever the fuck they want. They'll silence you. They'll put a gag order on shit. They'll make public records disappear. Stop believing these fucking Masons. These descendants of the fucking Knights of the Templar. And we didn't escape from Britain, We didn't escape from Britain. Columbus came over here to expand the Queen's authority. You guys are being lied to. Wake up.
I've got a lot of experience. And through these jobs that I've had, I've done a lot of other things too, but I'm not going to sit here and name every single thing off. Maybe I'll bring up another job as we go and it pertains to what I'm talking about, but these jobs that I've worked that I just mentioned, they all pertain to what's going on with today. These are part of the systemic system. This is part of the systemic system by design. These institutions, these places that I worked at, I witnessed time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. It's not the individual person breaking the law. It's the institution. It's their policy and code. It's the whole fucking shebang. It's corruption. And they do it for profit intentionally. Because that is the system. They can do whatever the fuck they want until somebody takes them to court. It's a racket.
Just how like all the lawyers and judges and cops all work together. Just like the teachers, the nurses, and doctors all work together.
If you're telling people on your YouTube channels that lawyers are good and they'll help you and trust the system, just go to court, or even people are waking up to the fact that there is a constitution and that's why we're in the mess that we're in, because people don't assert their rights, that's bullshit. That's not true. People assert their fucking rights every goddamn fucking day.
And always have!
And furthermore, the Constitution didn't come from any fucking god. So shut the fuck up. You're all fucking Klans members. Or, again, like I stated, you're being driven on by false prophets and you're living through egoism. It's all a lie. It's all a fucking lie. There's only universal law. There's only rules of energy, universal energy. When you start studying physics and frequency and all this stuff, you'll understand our place on this planet, in our existence, in the galaxy, everywhere. You'll understand. This Constitution is what's keeping us enslaved. We are not a violent people by design, okay? There's violence because there's control. When things are controlled and restricted, and they're forced into a tiny little square cube, there's going to be resistance. There's going to be violence. And if you even took any time at all to research the real data, even the shit the fucking FBI puts out there, or anybody else in the alphabet agencies, all of their data is conclusive that the real threat is the system. The real threat is the fucking tyranny. It's the cops. It's the judges and lawyers. It's the RICO Act. It's racketeering. It's extortion. And all these ego-driven fucking YouTube fake celebrity stars are trying to corral you into the system. Go watch the videos about Codex. These Zionists, these elitists, they want everything cataloged so it can be controlled. It's no different with YouTube. Boy, I would love to throw some names out there right now, big time, but, you know, I don't need people coming after me trying to fucking sue me in fucking fake kangaroo court. But there are people out there, if you pay attention to their channels, they all coerce with each other. You can see all of them talking to each other throughout their whole lifespan of their YouTube channel. You can go, like, let me just say this. There are YouTubers out there who pretend to be fighting for freedom and the Constitution and liberty and all that fake crap that are actual pedophiles. They've been called out on it, and nothing happened. These known pedophiles... Oh yeah, and there's actual FBI documents about them too. How they rape their fucking wives, kids, and all this other shit. And people who associate with them, all these other auditors who associate with them. They go around and fucking extort your money. And oh, and there's other auditors too that who are known Klans members. Known fucking Klans members. Known descendants of the Knight Templars. They fucking fly Confederate flags on their porch. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking dumb motherfuckers don't know what that means yet? Seriously. All of these auditors have one thing in common. They actually all support the police. And if you pay attention, they'll even tell you that in their videos. Some of them even put little blue indicators up on their screens to indicate to the cops that they support them, so that they don't flag their channels. How do you think all these auditors get these fucking views, get these subscriptions? Like 30,000, 100,000, 300,000? Well, that's an awful lot of fucking cops supporting them, don't you think? I know there ain't that many fucking dumb free people out there that would actually support that shit. You know, you're paying for their fucking lavish lifestyles, right? All these auditors are making bank. There's one auditor in his video I watched just the other day. Guy's homeless, and I feel bad for him because he's homeless, but we're all fucking homeless. He was bragging about making just shy of 100 grand 1 year just filming and panhandling on the street. Me and my family's been homeless for fucking over 12 years. And we never went out there lying to people trying to extort them of their hard-earned cash and freedoms. No doubt, no joke, we've been homeless for over 12 years. Since the bank stole our fucking house, back in that big crash, that Ponzi scam fucking home market crash, where all the big banks came in and stole everyone's houses. Yeah, we've been homeless since then, bouncing around in between families when we can. The whole premise of the Constitution, this is why cops don't care and they can get away with whatever, because the whole premise of the Constitution is, it doesn't matter what happens. Figure it out in court. It doesn't matter if the cops fucked you up, killed you, raped you, stole your dog, raped your kids. It doesn't matter. Figure it out in court. Oh, and by the way, every fucking thing in the system is designed to be stacked against you, to take your fucking fake rights away, your free will. I don't know why anybody at this stage of the game is even attempting or contemplating filing suits. I've heard there's like a 14-month waiting list to even be considered, to be recognized, to be fucking addressed, to even be heard, to see if you're going to be put on a docket for a federal lawsuit. 14 months to be even considered. And where's my due process? I still can't sue my government or members of my unit for what they did to me. 20 years later, non-disclosure agreements. From my last deployment to Kazakhstan, Central Illuminati. 14 fucking months before they tell you, yes, you can proceed with your lawsuit or no. And then on top of that, you guys don't even get the system, okay? They're so lying to you, and you don't even get it. You just sit there and take every word they say and as gold, you know, and you're like, oh, thank you for all this information. I can go sue my government. Well, no, you can't. You can try. Do you know how many types of courts there are? You know how many levels of tyranny you have to get through before you can file a federal lawsuit? Do you know how many years it takes? How much money? How much time? How much of your life you have to give away? I was one of the first people anywhere that I saw.
Jeffrey Peppenstein isn't dead. Human trafficking, political sex drug ring.
Who was talking about this
Fake seasonal flu pandemic. Because people don't know what an immune system is or how to embrace it.
before it even happened. Back in 2018, 2019, I was writing poems. I was writing prophecies about things I was seeing. And you know what? I'm no different than anybody else. You guys can do all this stuff too if you took the time to fucking actually heal yourself and meditate and figure out what you are. Stop drinking these Mountain Dew fucking glow-in-the-dark fucking bullshit. Stop eating McDonald's. You're fucking disgusting diabetic fucking eating children and human byproduct fucking pigs. It's okay though, because you're being exposed to. You're all being exposed. You're trying to guilt people into getting in front of a camera so that the cops can monitor them and they can catalog everybody like cattle and herd them in and corral them with today's technology. Kind of like that pre-crime syndicate, or that pre-crime movie with that satanic fucking Scientologist Tom Cruise. Minority Report. Pre-crime units, police units. That's all this shit is. And all these fucking YouTubers are lying to you. You know what I really like? I like watching these auditors' videos where supposedly it's just one, right? Just one auditor. They're in a vehicle, they're driving. And there's like 10 other fucking people in the car trying to pretend that they're not there. But they all say shit. You know what? I'm really good too at fucking facial recognition and, even though I'm fucking really deaf, I'm really good at picking up sounds, too, and identifying audio. So when I hear an auditor with no name sitting in the back of a vehicle who's not supposed to be there because he faked his own death, and 4 or 5 other auditors sitting around him who all conspired his death so that they could steal your money, you know, it doesn't take much to put the pieces of the puzzle together. All of these auditors are playing you guys for fools. We don't have the freedoms or the liberties that you think we do. People need to start fucking manning up, stepping up, being a real man, human, being a real woman. Start owning who you are. Start actually giving a fucking taking care of people. Stop trying to lie to them and divide them for a fucking paycheck. Because yes, you do make really good money on YouTube when you work for the system. They pay you very well in monetization. And all of the fucking t-shirts you sell, and all of the bullshit fucking crap that you're selling people, like these rechargeable flashlights, and here, buy MREs, and stock up on fake food that will kill you quicker, and I take keto, and blah 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 blah. They're all fucking fake. They're selling you snake fucking oil. It's fucking vinegar, it's fucking venomous piss. They're lying to you. I'm not selling you anything, but I'm not out there asking for bail money. And let me set the record straight too. Just because you're out there with a camera and you get arrested doesn't mean you're fighting for freedom. Okay? You're not. Yeah, there are some really good photographers out there or investigative journalists who cover really good stories, and they expose a lot of corruption, and kudos to them. No joke, kudos to them. I was a licensed private investigator over 20 years ago, licensed in several states. I know what it's like to go out and film in public. I know what it's like to have to go to court. I know what it's like to stand in front of a man. I know all this shit, and I don't know everything, but I know these experiences. I was also a correctional officer with the Freemasons. I was also private security for corporations and for rich people. I also worked in the military with the Freemasons. I worked in hospitals. I've worked in schools. I've worked in nursing homes. I've done activism too. I've done a lot. I've been a stonemason. I've worked in concrete. I remember while working in the military, signing non-disclosure items for many things, but one of them was the very first ever created GPSs that were about as big as the old radio packs batteries. These GPSs, we all know now, are tracking devices in our phones and our technology, all to keep tabs on humanity, keeping us controlled and enslaved. And to set the record straight, your Creator does not remind you of their love with filling up the sky with light photon binary rainbow codes, only for you to disrespect all of humanity with gay pride flags. Wake the fuck up.